looking forward to it, and I have no doubt that I can continue eating the way I have been eating. So I'm really excited about it.
And so for those of you who are new on the call and don't know what we're talking about, this is week 4 of the Eat Journal. It is the only, I can think of only non-diet whatsoever, weight loss program. So Cindy, how much weight have you lost?
I've lost 8 pounds, but I've lost about 4 inches in my ass. So losing inches more.
And can you honestly say there's no diet?
Absolutely, there is no diet. I've eaten pretty much anything I've wanted to eat. I've eaten healthy. I own it. I ate pizza, okay. I had a little bit of pizza, but it was good, and I moved right on and continued with my healthy eating. So I really, no diet. I feel full. I don't feel hungry. It's not a struggle to eat as many times during the day as we are supposed to. I think it's 7 times. The only thing I have a little bit of an issue with is the apple cider vinegar. And I did really good the first week with it and then ran out, and have gotten some more, and I'm struggling a little bit with that, but I'll get back there with it.
You know what? I will tell you, I have to agree. Apple cider vinegar is a tough thing to stay with. It is an amazing fat burner. It is an amazing healthful food. It does so many things. Like they recommend if you have a cut, you should use it. But I will tell you, when you're trying to decongest your system, you're trying to burn fat in your system, this just kickstarts your liver. It kickstarts some organs in a way that I've never seen anything else do. So, do the best you can. And the truth is, if you're losing weight and getting fit, again, it's up to you. If it's something that makes you nuts, you don't do it. If it's something that, you know what, I need that extra kick, stick with it. It's a kind of a magic potion as far as I can tell.
Yeah, and I think I felt better that first week that I was doing it than when I stopped. So that's why I really feel like I want to get back to it.
It's also relatively inexpensive. So look what you just said to yourself. I felt better, yet I'm not doing it. So I'm going to recommend that tomorrow, and your partner recommends, and you agree that you're going to start doing it again, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Miss Pat, talk to me about a no-diet weight loss system. How much weight have you lost?
Well, I was at 8, but I gained some back, so I'm at 4.
Hey, you went through New Year's. It's better than 15.
Yes.
All right, talk to me about the program. There's some people on the line who have no idea what we're doing. Give me a little brief history about how successful you've been.
Well, I've been very successful writing it down. Some days it's like, oh my gosh, if I put this in my mouth, I'm going to have to write it. So sometimes it's just like, let me grab the bottle of water instead. But
wait, can you stop? That is what you just said, and Chuck, you need to hear this. That's the most important thing I've heard. That is the secret of this program, and you can't tell somebody about it. Remember I said on week 4 something happens?
Uh-huh.
Your little accountability creature just got created. If you bite it, write it. It sounds easy on week 1. On week 2, oh my God, but on week 4, it's like, of course. So say it again for people who don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, you have to write down every single thing I eat, everything, good or bad. And some nights now, after being on it a while, I'll catch myself. I'll be like, if I want to grab a few pretzel sticks, I'm like, if I eat them now, I'm going to have to write it. Let me just forget it.
I like that.
And that is what accountability will do. So we're going to switch up partners too. And I love the fact that you've taken it seriously. That is all that you have to do, is commit to the program and let it work its magic. Who else is on our call tonight? Miss Penny, welcome back.
Hi. Well, I think that the thing that I've learned the last few days over the holidays is, yes, I drank champagne. We made our meal. But what is really kind of interesting is I want to write things down. But also, I'm noticing that if I put food in my mouth, I'm noticing that when I eat the protein, I get full so fast now. And I don't have room for the other. And so I find myself making better choices, not wanting the carbs as much, still having some, but the protein, it's amazing. It's like we did this ham, and of course, ham's not like chicken, but point is that I couldn't believe how fast I got full. And, you know, I think that for me, when I was doing that, it was eating less carbs, eating more protein, being more accountable to how much I eat at the time. And this is making me have to write down whether I have a half a cup or a quarter cup or 2 slices or whatever. And I think that that's made me very, very honest with myself. It's made me really look deep at myself.
So I would love to show you guys like week 1, day 1, where you had no idea what I was talking about. How far have you come and you feel that, you know, you've grown?
Tremendous. Tremendous. I'm more honest with myself. And I don't feel like it's a chore to have to do this. It's like I have motivation to want to do it.
So you guys are enjoying a program that took me 30 years to figure out and 3 years to write, literally physically 3 years of writing this before I released the book. And I have seen what you guys are experiencing over and over and over again. And to me, it's kind of a miracle. No one's ever not been successful who's followed the program. And just like you, it's easy. There's no diet. You don't wake up tomorrow going, oh my God, I need tuna fish on Tuesday or I'm not going to be off the diet. You can't cheat on this. So how exciting is that? But you own, I feel you guys are so much more confident right now. You got confident from a weight loss program? And that was always my hope.
I think we don't beat ourselves either. I think that's really important. I think that when you go on regular diets, when you fall off the wagon, I think the typical thing I've always heard from people or myself is you want to punish yourself for not following suit. And I think with this, there is no regime of, oh, you can't eat this and you should eat that. You're left to your own demise of saying, hey, these are my choices and I have to own them. So I think that's
how empowering is it to read and not comment, read somebody else's daily food choices? Sorry.
It makes you realize how different they are. And, you know, I think you are gonna make judgment as to what they do, but you're also gonna understand that they're at least honest with what they did. And if someone's being very successful in what they're doing, you're gonna wanna maybe try some of the things that they've done and look outside the box for yourself even.
So Daryl, I know that you're in the whole health and fitness area. I have to tell you, this crazy accountability concept of being able to read somebody else's daily food choices is amazing. And what it does, I think, for people is to ignite their own teacher within them. So when we're driving in the middle of nowhere, actually in the middle of Canada. What it does is to ignite a sense of, wow, they might know better, they shouldn't know better, whatever it is somebody else does, and you look at their food and the way they speak, and it makes you want to be better in this very easy, loving, natural way. And when you turn that on, that little mentor inside your own head, you're like, I know not to eat chocolate cake at midnight, but before that, you weren't conscious. And I think this program wakes you up.
Well, real quick, if I could just say real quick, Forbes, what I'm seeing is it's taken accountability to a whole new level. And, you know, me being in the industry over 30 years, you know, and I've coached thousands and thousands of people, accountability is so important. But this whole concept of moving that accountability between people in the program and being able to see what each other's doing, I mean, I think you have a revolutionary concept right here.
Well, and thank you. That's just one layer of it, because the other layer of this that we haven't really talked about, have you seen the Eat Journal book yet, Daryl?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Okay, so you can go to day 1 and download the first couple of pages, and obviously you'll see it day by day.
Okay.
But on the left side is a journal, and it's a big, bright, colorful journal, but on the right side is an emotional exercise. And so for me, the journal is called, it's a journal for what you eat and what's eating you. When I was fighting my weight, I was fighting me. I was unhappy. I was stuffing food in my face because that's how I grew up. Food was happiness. Food was sadness. Food was loneliness. Food was joy. It was always food. And I didn't make a correlation with, and then when I would go on a diet, I was so insanely miserable, I would eat more. And the psychological things that happened in my head hurt so bad that all the exercise, we have 42 individual exercises, it's like 5 minutes a day. But Penny, let me ask you a question. How impactful have the exercises been for you?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think that the exercising, you mean with the spin gym? I'm telling you, or the exercises throughout each of the days that we write our journal. I think that it's made me really dig down inside myself, remember what has happened to me on the last 3-4 decades, you know, and what has really, what have I been through? What really mattered to me? It's made me also look at what's triggered me to be an emotional eater. And you know, I've been in the health industry for 4 decades. And I'll tell you, I've had my lows where I was not the example of what I would say to somebody. And I was off doing my own thing. And this has really brought me back into the focus of, okay, this worked and this didn't for me. And I'm more open and willing to look deeper into myself and realize how to maybe approach things a little more positively for myself and not beat myself, and to understand that I can be strong during the tough times with my diet, strong during the holidays. If you, like you said, if you don't gain 15 pounds and you've only gained 2, you need to be grateful, you know, because you paid attention, and that it's easier to flip the switch and turn it back. But if you're not writing down how to do that, you're never going to know how to see what worked and what didn't.
And then lastly, you were going to talk about spin gym a little bit because Daryl's also new to that. How did that affect you?
Yes. Okay. The spin gym, I have to tell you, and Nick's even said this, and of course, you know, all women as we get older, you know, and we've had kids, you know, for me, when I lost bunch of weight, my skin started to sag. There was different things that happened. And since I've been using the spin gym, my bust has gone up. My arms are starting to shed the fat. I'm starting to become more defined. And this is not me going into the gym doing CrossFit or doing some other thing, which we do some cardio and we do our workout there. But this was during the time when I didn't go into the gym because we hadn't joined a new gym. I was just doing spin gym. And the spin gym actually made my chest start getting higher. I couldn't believe it. And believe me, I was waiting for that magical moment. Let's see if this stuff works, you know. And it does. I mean, the tension on this instrument is incredible how quickly the results are. I was actually very impressed and shocked too.
I like it. I like it. Hey, Miss Sally, how are you doing? Sally dropped out a couple of days, but you're back.
I'm back. And I gotta share with you guys that, you know, I've been talking about this in some group friends of mine, and a couple of women from my church group approached me and said, would you help us if we wanted to help lose some weight, and, you know, maybe we could get together once a week and go through over food, and you know, we can talk about things. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I planned this with them too. And then New Year's Eve, I got a text from some work friends who said, hey, would you be interested in joining us and doing and losing some weight together? So I'm like, all right, fine. So now I've got these 2 groups of friends that I'm gonna work with, but we're gonna, you know, try to do this together. So
well, Sally, welcome for being the new role model. Hello, girlfriend on the block. Here's my recommendation to you. Since the first 21 days is free and you've done it, why don't you enroll them in this as well and have a 7 o'clock call with them so that you can always do that from your house, maybe meet them in person once a week, but do the program for 21 days with them. It's okay with me. Right. And then every once in a while I will jump on, or the group will jump on, and it just serves to be more inspiring, and have them trade their emails. Do what we do.
Well, that's you know, part of what I'm doing. But they're like totally different friends. Like they're like totally different,
you know, so I'm not sure like they'll mesh together. So I think I'm going to have to maybe do it separately, but we'll see.
Do a 6 o'clock and a 7 o'clock. But I'm excited for you that all of a sudden they're coming to you. Why do you think they're coming to you now?
I have no idea.
Oh, yes, you do.
Law of
You look
attraction.
different. Look at you. It's only been 3 weeks.
But you know, like I said, I've been talking about it, and I know that they, they see the difference.
They see the difference. I think that's the most important. That's why most of us do this. Well, hello, Bill, and welcome. We see your forehead, Bill. Sit away from the camera a little bit so I can. There's your.
Hello.
Happy New Year. So
Happy
Mr.
New
Bill,
Year.
there's some new people on the phone who have no idea what we've been up to or what we're doing. One has not even seen the e-journal. Give us your experience of the last 3 weeks.
It's been an excellent experience. I'm really, really happy. I think going over Christmas and New Year's and just taking smaller portions, but then just avoiding foods. I don't need that snack. I don't need this. And also my buying habits at the store. It's last night I bought some chips for my kids and it's sort of like, no. And so I just turned around and took them back to the store. So it's that, and then it's watching what I eat, and then I finally figured out how to use the spin gym, and now that's making a difference too. So an excellent program for.
You're on but you're on a program that has no diet to it. How much weight have you lost?
About 8 pounds now.
8 pounds in 3 weeks with no diet. How did that happen?
It's avoiding foods, certain foods. It's eating protein for snacks and rather than salts and sugars. And I still get my water intake up. And it's making conscious choices each moment of the day.
Is that something that's very different for you?
Yes, because these last many years I've been gone through some challenges and one of the ways I compensated was to eat, so I've taken caffeine out of my diet. I've taken out sodas about 2 months ago anyway, and I also am looking to eat at the table and not in front of a computer or the TV, so that I'm much more conscious of what I'm doing, so and then listening to all the great wisdom that's out there from you and the others has just been very helpful.
Awesome.
I love hearing that. Hey, so Carly Grace, are you out there? Miss Carly Grace, can you hear me? Chuck, can you unmute her, please?
Yes.
Yes.
She's open. Okay.
Hey, so Miss Carly, we're in the business, especially in 2018, of making people's dreams into reality. What can we do for you?
I'm just redoing what I know how to do and have let lapse. And so I'm ready. I've done food journals and been conscious and doing clean eating. And I just really want to divest of the sugar, which isn't a lot, but that. And then the exercise has been what's really missing for me.
Do you have a spin gym?
I do.
Good, because we do that at the end of that's part of what the Eat Journal is. It's not my exercise program, but we spin them together. And I will tell you, it's pretty darn inspiring.
Okay.
So I am very excited for you to get started. We will support you and be there. That's part of this whole program, is being accountable to people, having a lot of fun, and literally enjoying this journey to no end, because it's not just writing down food. It is also the other side of this happiness, accountability thing for you personally. I think for me is life-changing.
Right. I have had some groups that are online, and it's good for a while. So, but it'll be interesting to do whatever it is we're doing.
Well, my philosophy is about the 21 days to break a habit, 21 days to make a habit.
Right.
So we're on the first part of week 4 where everybody went through, and it was tough. It's challenging. I got to tell you, all kind of stuff comes up. The next 3 weeks is a very different experience. And this is my first experience doing it online. I've done this in front of hundreds of people live, and I love it. I just couldn't get to enough people. So this was an experiment. And so far, so good. You know, Daryl, you're in the health and you're in the weight loss business. It's a lot of work to lose 8 pounds in 3 weeks. Most people don't do that, and they're sweating their butt off in the gym and they're suffering. Is there any suffering going on in my group here?
No. I'm not seeing any suffering.
Oh. Just kidding.
Okay.
No.
I love it. Hey, Chuck, do me a favor. Will you join in for a second and tell me your experience? This is your first time doing this online as well.
Oh, not looking.
It is my first time doing it online, and it is simple, and I'm going to agree with a couple of them in that I had to actually teach myself to eat more than 3 times a day, because I was used to eating, and especially growing up, we ate at our meals and our meals only, and we didn't eat snacks between. So that is in itself a learning curve, but I can see how it really helps, because it helps keep your metabolism and everything else at an even keel rather than spiking and coming down, spiking and coming down. So I think that, and then also along with just, I mean, you don't have to go out and run a marathon, but if you just grab the spin gym and use it 3 to 5 minutes a day, then this program is going to work.
It's kind of funny when you say that, because it seems like no time at all. And I will tell you, if it's easy to do, you'll follow it. So Daryl, as the expert, do me a favor, tell me your impression watching.
My impression watching is that you've come up with a concept that's keeping people accountable. It's teaching them proper food concepts. Okay, you hear me? And say something that really stands out is you're teaching people to reframe their thinking, but they're learning from each other. And along with reframing, they're also discovering that cause and effect. And when you can determine the cause and effect and know why you're doing the emotional eating and where those triggers come from, then you can go in and replace those triggers with new behaviors. And I love this concept of everyone kind of coaching each other through your journal system, which I haven't even seen. And the second I get off of this Zoom, I'm going to go in and check this thing out. Because after 30 years in the industry, I thought I knew everything. I guess I don't.
Well, and I'm going to honor you for saying that, because I've also been in the industry for a long time, and so many things did not work for me. Or work for a short time, and I realized I'm in this life for, you know, I'm doing a marathon here. I'm going to run the entire thing, and I can't go on a diet, lose weight, then go back and gain more. Whatever it is I was on was ridiculous. And I'm loving this, because what happens is I don't like authority. I don't need somebody who thinks they know more than me standing up there and telling me what I should and shouldn't do, or making me weigh in and being uncomfortable. The cool thing about this, and I think you said it, is even learning from each other just feels better. It feels like, all right, if that person can do it, I can, or they're not doing it right, maybe I should work harder. And there's a phenomenal bonding. And I'll tell you what, this literally took most of my life to figure out what worked for me, what wasn't intimidating, what's something I wanted to stay with, that I looked forward to. And, you know, I love seeing, this is very exciting online. I'm having an absolute blast. So to that end, I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. I've been driving 15 minutes. I'm surprised I have a signal. I'm grateful to the universe here, but it's very cold. And I don't think you guys can see me on shopping. I'll be on the call tomorrow night. So do me a favor, Miss Penny. I'm going to ask you to lead some Spin Gym, if you would. Turn on some music for us.
All right.
Everybody grab your Spin Gym, if you would. This way I know I can see people working out.
I have one thing I want to say first before we start the Spin Gym. And I'm going to have some people teamed up together. I've had a couple new people on the call, and I would like to make sure that they're teamed up with an experienced person. So I was thinking that we would have Pat and Carly Grace, and I'll make sure that you guys have each other's email.
Okay.
Sally, I'm going to team you up with Bill.
Great.
Cindy, I'm going to team you up with a gentleman by the name of Daryl Daniels.
Okay. Great.
Did Daryl hear that? And
he's shaking his head.
Then Penny,
yeah,
I'm gonna team you up with a brand new lady that just jumped on real quick, and she jumped off, but I actually reached out to her. She would love to be a part of this. Her name is Sherry Robinson.
Okay.
And so I will make sure that you have her email and vice versa.
And by the way, Sherry sent me the most amazing email that I've gotten in a long time, and I'd never met her, and she's from Oregon, and it started out going, Forbes, I was so excited when the UPS man when he arrived with my spin gym, I tackled my husband to get the box. I tried it 7 or 8 times. I finally got it going. I know. And she said, I just love this. I love the experience. I love everything about this. And she is so head over heels about the entire experience that it's like, that just, makes my heart go, wow.
Yeah, and I noticed she was on for about 5 minutes and dropped off, so I called her to make sure everything was okay. And I think she's in the pest control business, and she was just getting ready to walk into a house, so she couldn't stay on any longer. And so I will reconnect with her tomorrow and just kind of fill her in. And then Penny, if you would be her partner, I think that you'll both get benefit from it.
Sure.
Perfect. And then Pat, you're our leader.
Okay. I'm just going to put this radio on, okay?
Daryl, you have your spin gym? Have it yet?
I have it, but in just moving, it's in a box over there somewhere. So.
Oh, we're going to have to get it for you. So, Penny, do me a favor. Talk to everybody through what you're doing.
Okay. Put your arms out straight up in front of you. Have no tension or no drag in your spin jam, and just pull it straight out and slow.
Are we there yet?
Okay. Up. Go up a little bit. Above your head.
Just exercising.
Back down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now work your biceps.
Power 94.7, Reading's #1 hit music station. What's up? My name is Jeff. Big news today. Replacing Matt Lauer on the Today Show. Hoda Kotb, yeah.
Other arm.
She'll be joining Savannah Guthrie, and the two they say are super happy. They're like sisters off air. So Hoda will move up now. She
Make sure your elbow stays high.
Today Show. Now she's doing
more like a 90-degree angle.
So congratulations to Hoda and those who watch the Today Show. You must be pretty happy. It's Power 94.7, Reading's #1 hit music station. The 5 o'clock hit mix with Mac Morris is next.
If only life were simpler. Like if drinking wine had the same health benefits as cardio. We like making life simpler too. That's why Palm Beach Tan
Point your hand down and pull like a lawnmower.
Monthly sunbed or spray tanning for just $14.95. Palm Beach Tan. A better
Smile, baby, smile.
Hey, Del Taco fans, it's time to play What Would You Choose?
Yes.
Today's question, given the choice, would you choose to be the funniest person or the smartest?
Other side.
Luckily, Del Taco's Buck and Under menu has the most choices for a buck or less. Unlike so-called value menus that cost $2, $3, and $5, the Buck and Under menu has
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to sweat.
Are we there yet?
And then
My heart's racing.
for a buck. The most choices for $1 or less.
Out in front
Only
again?
on the Buck and Under menu at Del Taco. Price and participation may vary.
Go
Del
up.
Taco presents Would You Rather? Today's question, would you rather keep all your New Year's resolutions or never have to go to the DMV
And
again?
down.
Tough choice. Thankfully, Del Taco never makes you choose between full flavor
Okay,
and
now
less
you want to
fat.
hold it in your
Try
chest
Del
and
Taco
punch out.
with more seasoned beef and hand-grated cheese. Or kickstart
Straight
your New Year's
out.
resolution and try it with seasoned ground turkey for all the flavor and 40% less fat than seasoned beef. That's refreshing,
Other side.
believable. Price and participation may vary.
I know life can change in an instant. That's why I got a health insurance plan through Cover California. They have all kinds of options from brand name companies like Anthem, Blue Shield of California, and Kaiser
And
Permanente.
out in front
Their
again.
experts are ready to help you choose a plan that works for you. Not that a plan you enrolled also receive financial help. So check for yourself to see what savings you qualify for.
Covered California. It's more than just healthcare. It's like
Sorry about the music,
Visit
guys.
coveredca.com today.
And
Open
together.
January 31st. Region.
Smokers,
All
is
right.
it your New Year's resolution?
Guys are looking good.
Let me tell you what really helped me.
I don't know about you, but I'm already sweating.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing.
Definitely.
That's your fat crying.
That's okay. I wanted to cry off.
Guys, all right, so everybody, that's beautiful. I want to thank everybody for all the participation, all the love. And here's the thing, take your partner very seriously. Here's the rules of partnership, just to reiterate one more time. You're going to receive a daily journal from them. You do not, except maybe in your head, judge them at all. What you want to do is you want to find one thing that they could do to improve. For Bill, it was add broccoli at certain meals, and maybe apple cider vinegar for Cindy. Whatever the thing is, to make sure you have a snack, to make sure they drink more water. And if it's more water, maybe you want to do a suggestion they carry their bottle with them. You get one positive suggestion, and then don't talk about anything else.
You want the $50?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So it's only that one thing. They have to agree to it. So if Bill said, hey, Forbes, I don't like broccoli, you find another green vegetable, doesn't matter. You're not going to do anything that doesn't work for you. So it's an agreement. And as we all learned, that agreements make everything possible. So that's all you get to do, and then you can throw it away. But you might want to just look at it and see if they are, following. It's kind of exciting. And then all you get to do is look at your own journal page and go, wow, what one thing can I truly do on my own to make it better? Where am I not being consistent? How can I be even more honest, more deep? What is it that I can do to achieve an excellence? Because here's the thing. This week is the beginning of the 3 weeks of making new habits. Make them wisely. What do you do first thing when you wake up in the morning? What do you do around snack time? What do you do if you're hungry and you have no food? Those choices, those habits become your lifestyle. And so I love when Carly said she's been on a journal before. This isn't a journal. This is so much more. This is literally crafting your life to work for you. Got it?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
All right, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes.
All right. I love you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have
Bye.
fun.
Good night.
Drive safe.
Stay warm.